Hey everybody, it's Rachel with Rachel Q Stitches and welcome to my channel. Today I have an unboxing for you, a thrift store haul, if you will. I was thrift shopping with my daughter a couple weekends ago and I came across this box at my local creative reuse store. And when I brought it to the front, I looked in it, I had to get it. I brought it to the front and she was so excited that I was getting it. She was so thrilled that somebody picked it up. And she looked at me and she's like, I know you're going to do some stuff, good stuff with it. So let me show you what I got. This is what I saw. Raggedy Andy and Ann materials and patterns. It was $10. And let me tell you, this box is full. Now, if you're my age and you are a child of the 70s, you know what this is. And even before that, how old is Raggedy Ann? Does anybody know? I'm gonna have to look it up. Maybe I'll put when Raggedy Ann was invented back then. Anyway, let me show you what this box is. So I opened this box and this is what I saw. So exciting. So first thing was the original Raggedy Ann doll. She was in this little box. Isn't she adorable? And this little Raggedy Andy. Okay, so let's get into this box. The reason I bought this box was because of the fabric, not so much the patterns. Don't know if I'm going to be making a Raggedy Ann doll, but let me show you the patterns that were in here. Then we're going to get to the fabric. So first of all, she had this cute little dress pattern. Y'all remember the fair? I don't know, was the fair just Southern or was it all over the country? Anyway, there is a dress pattern. Adorable. And then here's one made out of a newspaper. And let me just tell you, when you can buy aluminum foil 3 for 76 cents, that's a good price. I was kind of looking for a date on here, but I don't see one. And I don't have my reading glasses on, so this is not going to work. And I don't even know. I'm looking at the last names. And if you know, I'm from Louisiana, but I don't think these are Louisiana names, but I could be mistaken. And I didn't see any anything else that would. Oh, here's Zachary. That would be Zachary, Louisiana. I guess Zachary, Louisiana. Anyway. Okay. And then there was this. Now this is from the South. Gulf Coast Association of Geological Societies. Society of Economic Paleontologist and Mineralogist. So apparently her husband was in the oil field. Corpus Christi, Texas. That's where my dad was born. 1972. So apparently he went to some kind of convention. This thing is full of patterns. One of the envelopes does have her name on it. And I looked her up. Oh, it's Mrs. and then her husband's name. Looked her up. And a very interesting couple. But anyway, they're not from around here, but they moved here because of the oil field. Okay, so in each envelope are just different patterns. This is a McCall's pattern for Raggedy Ann. And I guess Andy too. Yeah, Central Industries Oilfield Service in Lafayette. That's where I am. So that's this one. And then this one has actually fabric in it. And there's some writing on it, but I can't. It just says Raggedy Ann size 15. Did she make these to sell? That's what I'm wondering. So here's a McCall's pattern. And then some, I guess, for the skin. Y'all, my husband won't let me use this word. When we had a little girl and I said, I need to get her. And he's like, no, we're not using that word. Anyway. And just more patterns, more tracings of patterns. Some little dresses, y'all. I might see if there's like one or two I can put together. Look at this. Okay, who my age had a dress made out of this fabric? Adorable, adorable. Okay, let me put all this back. I'm trying to keep everything together like I found it until I'm really, really ready to figure out what I'm going to do with this. I am going to rebox it because this box is toast. This was all in here. Let's see if I can get all that back in there. And this right here, this is another Raggedy Ann, and it is just patterns. I'm not going to pull all the patterns out. Yeah, it's just, oh wait, hold on. This is on newspaper. Sears and Roebuck. Yeah, this is North Park Mall, Baker, Louisiana, Baton Rouge. So yeah, this looks like more patterns cut out of newspaper that she did. I'm gonna have to look because my grandfather had his business. He died in 72, and so I want to see if his business is in any of these newspapers because it looks like all the ad part. And then this is another one, and again, just more patterns. It looks like she just copied the instructions from the McCall's pattern, and I'm gonna get to that in a little while. And then this was, this is what had her husband's name on it and address. And like I said, I was able to look her obituary and find a little bit more about her. And again, this is just more photocopies of patterns. Another, nope, that's what all this was in. Okay. Then there was this bag right here. Again, just more patterns. And, anybody remember this store? Howard's Discount. It looks like she used these to cut out the more pattern pieces that she just traced. And so I haven't quite figured out why she's got so many different patterns. And then she has right here. Okay, so here we go. Here's what she's got. Raggedy Ann doll size, 15, 20, and 25. And she has the waist measurement and the leg measurement for each one. And then the dress. So apparently she made these to sell. That's the only thing I can think of, is that she made them to sell. I don't know. Then there was this bag of some rickrack, some thin binding, elastic, buttons. Anybody from Elgin, Illinois, know anything about Lee Ward's? I think this is my most favorite. This is my favorite thing about digging through these boxes, is discovering old stores and businesses that have closed down. So this just has buttons in it, elastics, some rickrack, some seam binding, you know, buttons for 50 cents for a card of buttons. And then here's the McCall's pattern right here. Let me take it out of this bag. And again, she has, this is actually, oh, this has the iron-ons for the face. So there she is right there, both Raggedy Ann and Andy. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm thinking about doing a quilt with all of this fabric, but I want to somehow or another incorporate Raggedy Ann and Andy into it, either with applique or embroidery. So if you know of anything that would assist me in making this quilt, let me know, because I really want to honor the original owner of this stuff and honor her vision. So here's the iron-ons. And honor her legacy, but make it a little of my own. Okay, and then here's a bag of spring-made, no iron, Marvel Air twin flat sheet that she bought at Beal's. Anybody remember Beal's for $1.77? Look at that. And apparently she bought it for, she was my kind of lady. I guess this is why she bought it, because this was in here. So I don't know if this is part of the sheet set or not. And then we get to the fun part, the fabric. The fabric, y'all, the fabric. Look at this fabric. Now this definitely screams my childhood right here. Look at that. Isn't that wonderful? There's a selvage, but it doesn't have anything written on it. I think the earliest selvage I have is some fabric that my mom had, and it was some Christmas fabric, and it had a date of 1976 on the selvage. So that is fun. All right, so let's go through this fabric. She actually cut up a shirt. Look at this. So my kind of lady. Then there's this fabric. There's quite a bit of this fabric and some bigger pieces. Right now she's got her little pieces on the top. You know, little polka dot. And then the stripes. And y'all, look at this. Adorable fabric. And just some scraps of fabric that kind of scream Raggedy Ann. Look at that. Look at this fabric. Look how pretty that is. So pretty. And then of course her solid reds. And then some more of this is kind of a canvas. So I'll probably cut this out and make this into a little block. Kind of makes me wonder where my Raggedy Ann doll is. Then this. Then there was this fabric. Look at this. And then these fabrics. And then some more of this. And this. And y'all, look at this. Come on, if you were in the 70s, look at that fabric. There's a good bit of this. Some little floral paisleys in blue. And then these are the bigger pieces. You can see right here. This. And then this. Little hearts. This looks like another shirt she might have cut up. This. Oh my goodness. Look at this. How pretty this is. I love this fabric. And then there's this one that I guess goes with it. Kind of. I'm trying to, hold on. Here we go. It's a bigger piece, but I'm just pulling out this little piece to show it to you. Right here. And then there's a bigger piece of it right here. And then there's this little collar for one of the dresses. And then a big old piece of this. Now, if I do make a quilt of some sort, I might save this piece for the back. And then just, y'all, this right here. This is a heavy duty, definitely a, you know, more of an interior fabric. But I think I'm going to incorporate that in the quilt just because, look at it. Oh my goodness. Look at this. So that was in this box for $10. The fabric alone is really why I bought this. I'm trying to make sense of her patterns, but now that it looks like she most likely made 3 different sizes, either to give away or to sell or something, it kind of makes my job of sorting through all this a little bit easier now to try to get back in the way that it was in there. Kind of makes my job of sorting through all this a little bit easier and trying to figure out what I want to do. But I definitely do want to do a quilt with all this fabric. Maybe make a doll. I've made 1 or 2 dolls in my life, but not that often. So I'm going to make sense of all this. I'm going to plan it. And when I do something with it, I'm going to try to let you guys join along with me. I'm going to try to let y'all join along with me on several of my quilts that I plan on making. Just to kind of show my process and how my brain works when it comes to sewing. Because it really doesn't work like your standard quilter, I should say. It definitely works a little bit different. But anyway, thank you guys for joining me on this video. I'm gonna wait, hold on. I think I have 2 other things I want to show you that I got. One of them was this cute little cross. Isn't it adorable? And then the other was a bag of some kind of unfinished crochet thing. And I paid $2 for it. Just looks like part of a shawl. I'm definitely going to do something with it one day when I make my vintage linen quilt. Yeah, one day. But anyway, I mainly wanted to show you guys this Raggedy Ann and Andy stuff. Oh my goodness, I was so thrilled to find it. I was so thrilled to buy it My daughter probably thinks I'm crazy, but I can't wait to do something with this. This is going to be a lot of fun. So thanks for joining me. I will see you guys next time, Lord willing. Happy stitching, everybody. Bye-bye.